Everyone, welcome to another comic news. And before I start, I want to just say, if you have not seen Endgame, stop the video right now. Okay? I'm going to talk about this movie a little bit, so if you haven't seen Endgame, just stop watching. If you have seen it, or you just don't give a crap, continue watching. You have been warned. First, we have Jessica Jones, the final season. The teaser poster's out, and they are promoting this as the final season of Jessica Jones. This is going to be interesting because if that's the case, Jessica Jones as a character will have a conclusion to her story. Unlike Daredevil, Punisher, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, who clearly in the end of their seasons they were supposed to get more stories going on, this will have a conclusion. And I'm wondering who will pop up in here as well. Obviously, Danny's not going to be showing up since, well, if you know how his story ended, you can see being in New York will be impossible. Matt can make an appearance at some point, and Luke, oh boy, I really do hope for that one, because even though, it's unlikely, it would be nice to see Luke show up since he did first appear in Jessica Jones. But what do you guys think? What would you hope to see in the final season? Now, we have Free Comic Book Day. It's come, passed, and I like to talk about a few books that I picked up during that time. Starting with Avengers. So with this issue, we dive into two stories. The first involving the Avengers, and then the Savage Avengers. Now for the Avengers stuff, it's mostly diving into stuff that, have been going on in the Avengers books. Regarding Atlantis, stuff going on with Squadron Supreme, which has pretty much become even more of a DC knockoff, especially how they draw the characters here. And some really interesting stuff with the Shi'ar Empire. And obviously, some stuff with the Avengers BC, which I've actually been digging. I did not expect to like the Avengers BC as much. As for Savage, it looks great, man. I love that they got to highlight some of the characters a little bit, with the exception of a certain barbarian. Wonder what that's all about. But yeah, the artwork's great, and if you want to see Wolverine, Elektra kick some ass, it's definitely the book for you. Spoon! Yep, got a Tick comic, and it's fun. Now, this Free Comic Book Day issue has 3 stories. The first being Tick dealing with a crazy fanboy, which I didn't expect to be my favorite, but it really was. The other being a little story regarding a costume mishap, and the Tick having to deal with dinosaurs, woodland creatures, and a man with an axe for a face. Seriously, if you like the Tick, this is definitely the book for you. Now for my favorite, holy crap. This Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day was a really good one. The first half focusing on Eddie Brock in the Donny Cates run of Venom, apparently going to prison, and going through, let's just say, a bit of a change. This is a great prelude to the next big event that's going on in Venom and possibly Spider-Man. And speaking of Spider-Man, we do get a fun little adventure with, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, which, isn't as good as the first story, but still pretty entertaining. We even get a little cool fight with the Shocker. But yeah, seriously, if you love Donny Cates' Venom run and you want to see more, yeah, just read this. And finally, we have Spider-Man Far From Home. And again, if you ignored the first warning, please heed this one. If you have not seen Endgame, do not watch the rest of this video. Pause, go watch Endgame 4 times, because it's great, and then come back to this, alright? So, when it comes to this trailer, pretty good. Now, in the end of Endgame, Tony Stark unfortunately died. And in this trailer, we see that Spider-Man is trying to fill in, Tony's shoes. And it's not easy for him. He's become the new mascot of Stark Industries, apparently. And, yeah, it's kind of just taking a toll on him. He decides to go on this vacation, not because of the fact that, he was technically dead for 5 years, but because, well, yeah, he's trying to now live up to his idol. And it's, it's just consuming his life. So now he is trying to have just a regular vacation, but then Nick Fury and Mysterio show up, claiming that Mysterio is from another dimension and that the 3 guys that we've been seeing are elementals from these dimensions. And I don't believe anything. I don't believe a word that Mysterio says in this trailer, because it's Mysterio. The guy is known for misdirection. Okay? Hell, I'm not even sure if Nick Fury in this movie is even Nick Fury. It could be Chameleon, all we know, which actually that would be kind of cool if that was Chameleon. That could lead to some really cool stuff like Kraven. But whatever. This is a great trailer. I'm curious to see why Peter Parker doesn't have the Iron Spider suit and why he has to switch costumes like 4 times in this movie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm pretty sure this is going to lead to a really interesting debate with me and a certain Spirit Man.
Bizarro Critic!
So, that's all. Hope you liked the video. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.